Turum, turururururum, turururururum, turururururum. My gorgeous Leonie, you are going to have such an unusual experience at the beginning of this week. Something really weird is going to happen. Something really unusual is going to happen. Something really mysterious is about to take place in your life. This is going to be such an outwardly experience, to be quite honest with you. And you know, this experience in itself, it's going to remind you to start with how important is to do what you want to do in this life. This experience is going to remind you how important it is to follow your dreams, my gorgeous Leonie. And all this is going to be on your mind. You know, all this is what you're going to be thinking about. So it's a lot to do with this particular experience that you are going to have, and what exactly you're going to see, what exactly you're going to come across, what exactly you're going to realize. It's going to be crazy. Not only you're going to be reminded of the fact to follow your dreams, but this is also gonna be beneficial for you in a completely different way. Which way, you may ask? This in itself is going to elevate you. This in itself is going to revive you. You are going to open your eyes. You are going to open your mind, and you are gonna instantly have this courage. This is in itself also at the same time going to remind you of this problem, of this challenge you have been going through for a while. Something that has been bothering you like terribly. You have been even avoiding, like kind of talking about it. You know, you even did not even like to think about this challenge, this problem, how much it has been bothering you. I suppose subconsciously you decided to not to think about it too much, you know, because it has been making you feel really, really kind of down. So on one hand, you're gonna be reminded of your own dream, which is ever so important, but on other hand, you're also going to instantly be reminded of this challenge, this problem in life that has slowed you down when it comes to so many other aspects in your life. And now, my gorgeous Leonie, you know, it's like, you know, you basically need to resolve, you know, this challenge in order to follow your vision, okay? In order to follow your vision, in order to follow your dreams, my gorgeous Leonie. And there are two people, man and a woman. Man and a woman. There are two people who you are gonna be talking to about this experience after this moment in time. Man and a woman. This woman is like very, very spiritual and really beautiful. And this man is a nice person, a little bit crazy at times, you know, but, you know, this man is such a character, and this man is not kind of really, no, this man is actually spiritual, but in his own way. This man is spiritual, but in his own way. So these two people are in your life. Okay, and they're actually, both of them are quite successful. These people are in your life, and you're gonna be speaking to these people after you have this like really unusual, mysterious, like out of this world experience, and what you're gonna realize and what is gonna be on your mind, especially this woman, she's gonna be able to understand you, because she's always talking about this type of thing. She's always talking about this type of experiences, you know, in life. So you really are gonna be so excited to say to these two people what happened, but especially to this woman. And both of them are gonna tell you, oh my God, do you know what I mean? When it comes to this challenge, because you're going to realize now it's time to resolve this problem. Now it's time to resolve this challenge. This challenge is standing in your way when it comes to things you want to do in life, when it comes to things you need to do in life. Almost as if you haven't been able to move forward for a while. Bless your heart. And especially within the last 5 or 6 months, oh my God, things have been a little bit stagnant, but you kept going, baby, and your time is coming. Your time is coming. So when it comes to this problem and when it comes to this challenge, you know, you are gonna be speaking to this you know, you're going to be speaking to these two people, and they're going to tell you what to do exactly. They're going to tell you this is absolutely brilliant for you to do. Oh, they're going to be so happy for you. But they're also going to tell you exactly, they're going to suggest to you how to kind of like really, they're going to tell you how to deal with this problem. They're going to tell you exactly what to do, you know. And these two people are, both of them are extremely experienced, you know, in life. They really are very, very experienced in life, and they're gonna tell you kind of a few things, you know, how to deal with this problem and what to do, since now you are ready. And you just need to do this immediately, my gorgeous Leonie. You need to do this kind of immediately, and thank God you are going to. Straight away after that, straight away, like a 1 day later, there is a really important person you are gonna get in touch with. 1 day later, you are going to get in touch with this really official person, like a really important person. I suppose somebody official, somebody really important, somebody really kind of serious, you know, and it's to do with you, you know, getting in touch with that person in 1 day time. And you are going to be you're going to be talking about this problem, you're going to be talking about this challenge, you're going to be talking about this issue. You need to talk to this person in order to bring this to an end, in order to finally resolve this problem. And it's also, it's a lot to do with things being slowed down, and this is something that's been slowed down, and that's why it created so many problems. And you're going to be so worried about, you know, this issue, talking to this official person, this important person, and actually it's going to turn out to be a really brilliant experience, a really positive experience. And what you're going to find out, you're going to be talking about this problem, you're going to be talking about this issue, and just remember, you're going there to resolve this problem. Okay, and to find out certain things as well. And you are indeed going to find out, you know, things here. What you're going to find out is going to make you feel really happy. There is such an important information you're going to have. This information is all you wanted. This information is all you needed. This information is going to set you free, because the moment in time you hear what this person is going to tell you, you are going to explode. You're going to love this so much. That problem is not going to come to an end straight away. This challenge is not going to come to an end immediately. But this person is going to reassure you, because this is someone official, this is someone important, and this person is going to reassure you, because through this person you will know that this problem is coming to an end. It's about to be resolved. This problem is coming to an end, and you're gonna be so glad. You're gonna be so happy. you know. And when it comes to this problem, when it comes to this issue, I suppose this is all you needed. You will know that this problem is coming to an end. There is something additional you're gonna need to do, you know, when it comes to this problem, when it comes to this challenge, but it's nothing major. Something additional you're gonna need to do, you know, and it's going to be consisting of you exploring, finding out a bit more about it, and it's about you kind of exploring your options as well. But it's not, you know, the bottom line is that this problem is coming to an end. This is all you needed, to be quite honest with you, because after that you're gonna feel like reborn. Seriously, you're gonna feel so re-energized, you're gonna feel so determined, because now, baby, nothing is gonna be standing in your way, you know, and you're gonna realize that you've got everything you need to carry on with your life and to follow your dreams. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Leone. You know that you need to understand that, you know, in like about 4 months time, your life is gonna be so much different. In about 4 months time, your life is going to be so much different. Seriously, I mean this. You will look around you and everything is gonna be different around you, okay? You are gonna be living the life of your dreams in as little as 1 year time. But it all starts in the next few months, okay? That's why I need you to come out of your comfort zone right now. I need you to open your mind, and I need you to realize the importance of following your passion in life, and following things in life that makes you feel good, that makes you feel happy. If you suppress certain aspects of yourself, you are never going to be truly happy. And all this is going to be leading towards your own, you know, contentment, you know, towards your own, you know, like a peace in life, you know, and you are going to achieve something absolutely incredible indeed, okay? So sometimes, you know, we just need to nip the bud. Sometimes we need to do something we just so don't want to do. Sometimes we need to do things we are avoiding to do, you know, because there is more to it. It's a challenge we need to go through. And once we go through these challenges we avoid so terribly, we come out, you know, so much better, so much brighter, so much more powerful, so much wiser, you know. And therefore, when it comes to, you know, making really important decisions in life, when it comes to our future, we do the right thing, you know. And this things like this makes us extremely experienced in life, my gorgeous Leone. So, you know, this is actually, I know it's going to sound crazy because this is something that you have been worrying about for so long, but this is really a fundamental part of your journey. It's a fundamental part of who you are. If you did not go through this situation, you never would be able to kind of do, you would never be able to kind of, you know, have successful outcome of what are you about to start at around the end of this week, okay? And what are you actually going to be able to start at around the end of this week? Of course, I'm going to tell you a little bit later, but it's going to be so good. But it would never ever happen if you did not resolve this problem, if you did not kind of go to find out about this issue, okay? Because just you becoming so determined at this stage of your life is changing you. It's changing your energy. You know, you're gonna become determined and you will be projecting a very special energy after this moment in time onwards. And that special energy in return is going to attract the right people and the right situations into your life. At this point, my gorgeous Leone, literally everything changes, and this is what you need to understand. And also, what else I was going to say to you, you really are gonna need something, my gorgeous Leonie, in order to boost your immune system. Oh my God, it's just so important at this stage of your life. I would really strongly suggest you to drink as much water as you possibly can throughout this week. It is going to re-energize you, and it's going to help you to feel so much better. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, you need something to boost your immune system. So I would strongly suggest you to get something like a natural vitamin D3 with K2. Vitamin D3 and K2, they need to go together, because K2 is actually going to help with its absorption. So you need something like natural vitamin D3 and K2, and you're gonna need something like organic camu camu, which is a natural form of vitamin C. You know, I always like kind of myself avoid ascorbic acid, to be quite honest with you. I always take a natural vitamin C. There are lots of other forms you can get natural vitamin C in. It's like, let's say like organic camu camu, you know, but there are of course other things, you know, where you can get a natural vitamin C from as well. But one of the most powerful forms of natural vitamin C would be organic camu camu. Okay, you can get this in a capsule form. Oh my God, and it's so good. Oh my God, and it's so beneficial. Oh my God, and it's a real and natural vitamin C. And I also strongly recommend you a zinc, you know, a zinc. Natural zinc supplement as well will be ever so important for you. So it would be a natural vitamin D3 and K2. It will be organic camu camu and a natural zinc as well. This combination is absolutely brilliant when it comes to boosting your immune system. Very, very important to take, and you will see that you're gonna feel so much better indeed. If you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And by the time you get to the meat part of this week, my gorgeous Leonie, do you know what? Oh my God, you need to be really careful. When it comes to the midweek, there is something that you really are gonna you will desperately want to walk away from something. You will desperately want to walk away from something. You will desperately want to move on from something. But I'm not saying that you're not thinking in the right way, what exactly you will want to finish, what exactly you will want to stop, what exactly you will want to move on from. But I just need you to be very smart and don't make this impulsive mistake. It is to do with something that you cannot walk away from it immediately. It's to do with certain process you need to go through. With other words, with this aspect of your life, there is only one way to deal with this. Traditionally, you cannot cut the corners with this. You can't just walk away from this. But because you are gonna feel a little bit impulsive, because before that somebody is going to irritate you a little bit, a certain family member, somebody who has been irritating you for a while, somebody who has been going on your nerves for a while, somebody who's having all sorts of problems, somebody who's having all sorts of issues, you know, in life. That particular person is going to irritate you a little bit with their behavior, and that's not the first time that this is happening. It's happening like all the time, and as the time goes by, this particular person is acting weirder and weirder, you know, and you know, it is what it is. And there is something that this person is really gonna kind of irritate you on a personal level. And that's why you're going to feel a little bit down and a little bit stroppy and a little bit impulsive. And you will want to, after that, you're going to be thinking about walking away from something like immediately. But if you do that, if you end something abruptly, what you're going to be focusing on. That would be really bad. And what I find even worse is that at around that particular time, there is this particular person here. Oh my God, you need to be so smart. This particular person is going to suggest something to you here, like to cut the corners, and this person is going to say, yeah, do this, like you can do this, you know, it's going to be so easy, why do you have to wait for so long, just do it this way. But you know what this person is going to be telling you, it's wrong, it's immoral, it's wrong. Okay, so you need to avoid this temptation, and you need to deal with this traditionally, in a traditional way. So don't make that mistake, my gorgeous Leonie, okay? Because you are only going to kind of slow yourself down with this, and it's gonna bring all sorts of problems to you unnecessarily, which whom you're gonna need to deal with like really, really soon. So that's why please avoid this temptation. So this person is gonna, this naughty person is gonna suggest something to you that you should just walk away immediately, like to cut the corners, you know. No, baby, no, you just have to avoid this temptation, my gorgeous Leonie, at all costs, honestly, and you are going to be absolutely fine. And also, do you know, at around the midweek, someone, oh my God, there is someone you're gonna see, you know, who is going to immediately remind you of your past. This person is immediately going to remind you of your childhood. So this is someone who you haven't seen in a very, very long time. You're gonna see somebody who you haven't seen in many, many years, and this is somebody who you know from your childhood, because instantly, as soon as you see this person, you're gonna be surprised, but this person is going to remind you of your childhood like straight away, okay? But also at the same time, my gorgeous Leonie, this is going to be such an important moment. Okay, such an enlightening moment, which is actually going to turn your life around at that moment in time, because you are instantly going to be reminded that, you know, you need to basically, you're going to instantly be reminded which plan do you need to carry on with, you know, which plan do you need to carry on with. And that's exactly what are you going to do, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed, okay? Absolutely brilliant. And also, when it comes to the midweek, you know, my gorgeous Leonie, listen, this week is going to be so deep, you know, so deep. You are going to have this sign at around the midweek. You are going to have this sign, and for some reason this sign is going to remind you of somebody who is no longer here, somebody who is not in this world anymore, somebody who is in the spirit world. This sign is instantly going to remind you of somebody who is no longer here. And you're going to be thinking about this person for a minute or two. You're going to be thinking about this person for a while. And this person is somebody who is, on another hand, going to be so beneficial for your life at this moment in time. Because through this person, sorry, you are suddenly going to realize, you know, which quick decision do you immediately need to make. But it's to do with you making a big lifestyle change. So the bottom line is, as soon as you have this sign, as soon as you're reminded of this somebody who is no longer in this world, somebody who is in the spirit world, at that moment in time, my gorgeous Leonie, you're going to be reminded of the fact that, you know, which quick decision do you need to make. But this quick decision that you're going to be reminded of that you need to make, it's like really to do with you, with some kind of a lifestyle change. Okay, and at the same time, what you need to understand is that you really are going to be so much better off after that moment in time in general. And what you also need to understand that there is going to be a really quick progress after this. You are really going to have a quick progress. You will see exactly what I mean. Brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, sorry, when it comes to the last part of this week, you are going to, you will know when the new phase of your life is about to begin, baby. This is when things are about to get really excited for you. You will know when the next phase of your life is about to begin. The moment in time you have this news. And this is going to be this is going to be so rewarding, a really big reward, when it comes to this news. You're going to have this really positive news, and, you will be rewarded for your hard work. That's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel really happy. But at the same time, the reason why this is marking the whole new phase of your life is not only because you're going to be so pleased with yourself, not only because you're going to be happy, not only because you're going to be so proud of yourself when it comes to this reward. Just remember, you will have this reward for something you have been working on, okay? But you will know that the new phase of your life is about to begin because right now, baby, you are gonna be able to start this adventure. You are finally gonna be able to start this particular journey. Okay, so when I say to you that I'm going to mention at around the end of this week that you will be able to start something so important, you see, this is exactly what I was talking about, okay? Because when you have that unusual, that beautiful, that weird, that mysterious experience, that experience is going to remind you of which path in life exactly do you need to follow, my gorgeous Leonie, okay? And, and this is crucial point. This is a crucial moment in time. Something magical is going to happen here at the beginning of this week, okay? It's all about you getting to this point in life where you open your eyes, you open your mind. At the same time, you start this manifestation already. The process of this manifestation already began, okay? You've already planted this seed. And this is what you do with your own energy. And now it's all going to start to make sense. Why you felt so driven, why you suddenly felt so driven. Why did the energies pick up so much? Because you were leading to this point here. You will finally be able to make a certain move. There is something really, really specific you will be able to do. Okay, and at that moment in time, this adventure is about to begin. At this moment, at this point, your life absolutely changes. Okay, so this is what I need you to know, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. So now, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, okay? I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Ooh la la, well, there you go. It's time to plan your next big step. Okay, it is time to plan your next big step, and this is also the absolutely perfect time to carry on with your plans. To carry on with your plans when it comes to your life in general. There are certain things in this life only we can experience, there are certain things in life only we can do for ourselves, and this is something that you need to keep in your mind. This is your time, my gorgeous Leonie. Okay, this is the time of changes. Just remember that the whole new phase of your life is about to begin, and it's time to finally start doing what you want to do. You know, carry on with your plans to move on with your life, or come up with a new plan to move on with your life. Now, this also means that you are being protected. You're being guided by your higher self. You are in the zone. So that's why you need to act now. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.